Well, good morning, July 5th. Last night there was fireworks going off. It sounded like a war. Man, oh man. It's the most I have ever heard. I thought, what a great time for an invasion. And, it kept me awake. It kept me awake pretty much all night. But I got to thinking about, some of these reports that are coming in about these economic collapse. And I thought it'd be important to say something about that, because we just keep hearing, oh, we're going to have this economic collapse. And it's avoidable. It is absolutely avoidable. We have Karen Hudis out there and people like that, and Neil Keenan, that keeps talking about we got to have all this gold. And yeah, that'd be nice. Gold and silver, those are the two most important elements of a medium of exchange of goods and services, because you can't just push a button and start the printing press rolling and just roll off paper money. And that's why gold and silver is constitutional money. Everything else is considered counterfeit money. And the Constitution says no state shall allow any tender save it be gold and silver. However, there is some issues with gold and silver. One is when you want it as a medium of exchange, it takes some time to mine it out of the ground, send it to the mint, have it minted. So, you can be left flat-footed. So there is a place for specie or fiat money. And now, I believe, like Ron Paul, we need competing currencies, okay? Because eventually what will happen is good money always replaces bad money. Eventually, if gold and silver is a legal tender again, that it will replace paper money, okay? So, but meanwhile, we need this medium of exchange of goods and services, because people want to be compensated. They want to be compensated for their time and labor, okay? This country, United States of America, has the greatest resources of any country in the world. We have a viable workforce. We have great technology. Our infrastructure is still in pretty good shape. It needs to be repaired, but it's still in pretty good shape. When you have these components, in your country, there is no reason in the world to have a bad economy. So our monetary system has been compromised, and we just need to get the banksters out of our neck, okay? I think I'll do a little bit of monetary 101 for the people out there, okay? It's just a medium of exchange of goods and services. I don't care if it's gold and silver, I don't care if it's fiat money, I don't care if it's specie money. Real value is what you can produce, okay? All production comes from human beings. Your houses that you live in, your cars that you drive, all the indoor plumbing. You don't have outdoor plumbing anymore. You got lights, you don't need candles. All of these things is what is real wealth, okay? You can stay warm in the wintertime, relatively easy. You can stay cool in the summertime with air conditioning. These things all contribute to a high level of lifestyle, okay, especially in other parts of the world. These things all come from human production. So you got to loosen up human production, but human production can't do anything without its natural resources, and that is huge. I've talked about this numerous times, that this administration and previous administrations doing all they can to lock up our natural resources, okay? So if we get our natural resources back, and I believe that we will, I believe everything's coming to a head. We just got to keep things moving, got to keep things going for the time being. And avoid an economic collapse. So, we can use the system that we have currently right now, maybe on a temporary basis, okay? But we'd have to take over the banks. We'd have to nationalize the banks. That means all your 8 banks that own the Federal Reserve have got to go bye-bye, as far as who's controlling them. The people have got to control those through their elected officials, primarily Congress. And I say Congress has somewhat of a problem because so many of them have been bought up. They're going to have to get their heads on straight really fast, okay? And we can continue to use the same system we always have. We got to loosen up production. We got to have access to our natural resources, okay? This is one of the things that Ammon Bundy hammered constantly. We got to have access to our natural resources. They can't be tied up for the elites. They can't be used as collateral for the elites. Because here's what's going to happen for all you tree huggers out there that think that you know, that we're trying to, that the Bundys and everybody was trying to steal the natural resources. Here's what's going to happen. They're just going to get tied up for the elites of other countries, and they're going to mine them, and they're going to harvest the timber. Okay, they're going to grow forage and cattle on those lands, and it's going to be shipped out of the country. That's your choice, you idiots. You know, you brain dead idiots. You know, you think you're out there protesting for your natural lands, okay, for them to be preserved in some way. You're insane, okay? You know, the ranchers are the greatest thing that's ever happened to these lands. They keep them productive, they keep them free from fires, they keep them beautiful, okay? So, get over yourself. Anyhow, you got a little bit off track there. We can use the system that we have. As I said, we've got to free up human production, our natural resources. Gold and silver will come in. As the buying power of gold and silver goes up, okay, mining will go up also. And then we can replace the funny money over a period of time. It's really just that simple. It's just that simple. And this little YouTube clip I'm going to do here is primarily for the military, because I understand that you guys are looking at this primarily for the FBI also, okay? You got to look at this. It's you know, get away from all these stupid professors of finance. I mean, the vast majority of them are total idiots. You know, they only want to focus on helping a few elite people to have, you know, a huge bankroll. That's it. They don't really care about the whole country. They don't care about making the infrastructure work. They don't care about production. The only thing they care about is their pockets. They remind me of a bunch of lawyers and legalese. You know, they don't want the average man to be able to understand the Constitution, even though it's written for 8th grade level. Okay, and this is not rocket science. Again, if you have a viable workforce, if you've got good technology, natural resources, a good infrastructure, and if you have a bad economy, somebody's messing with your money. You're being manipulated. Okay? So, it's just that simple. Please pay attention. We can avert this economic meltdown, this financial collapse of our system. Okay? All it is fear-mongering. Easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to fix. Let's just do it. Okay? Thanks. Bye.